Afghanistan was meant to be celebrating today, 19th of August. It's been more than a century since this country gained independence from the British. But even today, the people of Afghanistan have no freedom from violence and bloodshed. As different factions battle for control of the country, it's the common Afghans who have continued to suffer. Here's the story of Afghanistan.
Proud Afghans waved the national flag in Kabul on the eve of the country's Independence Day. Some distance away, a multiple rocket attack shattered the peace in the capital's diplomatic district. The attack forced embassies into lockdown and workers into safe rooms. Such has been the story of Afghanistan, a proud nation that has constantly been in a state of violent unrest. The real story of Afghanistan begins with Ahmad Shah Durrani's capture of Kandahar in 1747. The former bodyguard of assassinated Persian ruler Nadir Shah conquered Kabul, Ghazni, Peshawar and much of modern Pakistan to lay the foundation of Afghanistan as we know today. After again losing control of Punjab and Kashmir to the Sikh rulers in 1819, the death of Ayub Shah in 1823 is considered to be the end of Durrani rule in Afghanistan. The British Indian Army invaded and conquered Kabul in 1838. It wasn't until 1919 that Afghans finally declared independence. In 1933, Zahir Shah became the king, but the monarchy system lasted only 40 years until Muhammad Daud seized power in 1973. Daud was killed 5 years later. 1979 marks the start of the modern history of Afghanistan with the Soviet invasion. In response, the Americans, Saudis, Iranians, Chinese and Pakistanis provided support to the Mujahideen fighters. Some of these radical Islamic fighters eventually banded together to give rise to the Taliban. Other ethnic groups formed the Northern Alliance. They fought the Taliban for control of the country. The Soviets withdrew a decade later in 1989 and the Soviet-appointed Najibullah government fell soon after. 1996 saw the Taliban capture Kabul and introduce a strict Islamic rule. Women were barred from work and punishments like public executions, amputations and stoning to death were introduced. Despite atrocities committed by them, Pakistan and Saudi Arabia recognized Taliban as the legitimate government of Afghanistan in 1997. On September 9, 2001, Ahmad Shah Massoud, the leader of the opposition Northern Alliance, was assassinated. 2 days later, terror attacks at the World Trade Center in New York would reshape the destiny of Afghanistan. The terror attack prompted the US-led war on terror. It marked the start of the end of the Taliban rule in Afghanistan. However, the bloodshed between the US-assisted Afghan forces and the Taliban continues to this day. Hamid Karzai and later Ashraf Ghani have tried to run coalition governments to provide stability, but the Taliban violently opposes any government in Kabul. Even a US troop withdrawal and a peace deal with the terror group has failed to find a permanent solution. As Afghans celebrate more than a century of independence, the nation could not become a stable state. Afghanistan remains the revolving door of the great game which is still in play. For the people of Afghanistan, there is no freedom from violence and bloodshed. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.